Hello everyone, my name's Lindsay. I'm doing a crypto video for a change, and yeah, so it's I believe it's live, and I thought I'd start off with doing a live stream, which is a little bit of a unusual way of doing. Usually people do videos first and then live streams later, but at the moment the Bitcoin price is at quite a important level, so I thought I'd just do a live stream about the current price of Bitcoin. I did a demo before. This is like the second time I've done one about crypto, but the first one, didn't quite go as planned. After the first 10 minutes, I pressed one of the hotkeys that I had accidentally set on a previous video for the OBS, and it just put me on a different view, which also muted the sound, and yeah, it just didn't quite work. Alright, so this is my second attempt at a crypto video. My name's Lindsay, I think I said before. And okay, so I'm just doing a bit of practice before I do a dedicated crypto channel. I'm not sure if I will at this stage, but that's a hope for the future, that I can start a dedicated channel for crypto. Just seeing how this goes. There's so much to talk about in crypto, and it's sometimes overwhelming. So I'm just going to see how I go. At the moment, I'm just going to focus on the current screen here. This Bitcoin versus the Binance US dollar. Binance pegged US dollar, and so it's a stable coin, the BUSD stable coin, and versus, it's basically the same price as the same chart as the Bitcoin USDT, which is just the main screen of a trading screen. If we just go to trade advanced, the first screen that they always pop up is the Bitcoin USDT, which, as you can see, was or is the same chart as the BUSD, as they're both pegged to the United States dollar. USDT, as you know, is Tether, and BUSD is the Binance stablecoin. Okay, so we're currently at the Bitcoin price on this is Australian time, 10:39 on the 14th of June 2021, and currently at 39,350 approximately US dollars. Okay, for Bitcoin. And okay, so look at some analysis of the current market. I'll go to the daily chart, move this out of the way. Down the bottom there's just the volumes. As you can see, there was a very large volume on the way down, and from time to time we have some quite large volumes as well. So what I'll do is I'll put one of the tools I like to use is the Fibonacci Retracement tool. Okay, I'll do a very large view first, and then we'll do I can look at the weekly even. So going back to the start of this bull market was back in around October 2020. Or we could even go back to the start of, that was basically the pandemic, March 2020. Got out of there, and then the real move started, after October 2020. And I got out of this range above 11,000. It's a bit pity we can't see back further on this current Binance chart. You can of course on other charts. For some reason it only goes back a couple of years on this one. Okay, so let's have a look here at the tools. So I'll go to the trading view first of all. then that'll pop up all those charting tools there. Alright, so let's have a look at the Fibonacci retracement. We'll go back to March 2020 and see what the retracement level of that move is. So yeah, to get the Fibonacci retracement, go to the pitchfork symbol there, and then you click on the little arrow there, the little symbol, and then go down to Fib retracement. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll start off way down there at the bottom. I'll move all the way up to the close of the week, which was around April 2021. Okay, just before the correction there. Okay, so alright, so looking at these levels, so the main levels are the 0.382, 0.5 and 0.618 levels are the main ones to look at. Although the other ones do get hit as well, of course. Zoom in a bit. So we've got current level. So it went up to here, and then, so as you can see, they did actually hit the 50% level of that move. Was around the 32,000 mark. Clearly that was a level it needs to go down to, and then there's the 38.2 mark. Okay, so major corrections would definitely go to the 0.618, or that could even be like that may be a change of a moment of like from bull to bear. So it's not, I don't think, a change in the current bull market trend on the long term. So long term, looking at the weekly charts, we're still in a bull market on the long run. You could even put like if we start at, say, about there, so we can just move that back a bit. Oops, sorry about this. Okay, still getting the hang of using these tools. Alright, I'll put it on the close. So that is pretty much parallel to that right there. But so we got the bottom of that curve there and the bottom of this curve here. Yeah, it's definitely, I think, as you can see, that slope, that trend line is in a bull market. Of course, you could say, you know, there was a bull market and there's a slight bear market, but that's more of a minor. It's more of a. It was a 50% correction basically. So it hit this 50% mark here, and now it's on the 0.38 line there. And if we go to the daily chart, you can see it's basically being so this 50% line here and the 0.38 line there, was forming like a channel, as you can see, a channel there of consolidation in this current, the last few weeks has been consolidating between the 50% retracement line and the 38% line there. Down, up, down, up, down, up, and it could very well be a point where it breaks through there. But just a note here, I don't give financial advice. This video is, this live stream is just for informational purposes. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take anything I say as financial advice, just for informational, educational purposes. Alright, so we got, yeah, the current move is so close to 40,000. Even go to the 44-hour chart. yeah, so it was sitting above this 0.38 line there, which is also, see this red line there? That's the 200 MA, 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. The blue line is the 100 MA on the 4-hour chart. Daily charts, on the daily, which also confirms it's not really in a bear market, the 100 MA is still above the 200 MA. So looking at this, yeah, you can see that on the daily chart, the 100 MA is still above the 200 MA. So it's hasn't. So if the 100 MA breaks through the 200 MA on the daily, that, in my opinion, would be a much more bearish market. It's still above the 200 MA, so it's, in my opinion, still a bull market. Okay, so if we go to the 4-hour though, you can see that on the 4-hour chart, so see how the blue and the red line interact there. Blue line being the 100 bar moving average, and the other one is the 200 bar. In this case, 4-hour. Every bar is a 4-hour in these charts here. So, yeah, it's every 200 lots of 4 hours is the red one, and every 100 lots of 4 hours is the blue one. So you can see how they've been interplaying here. Blue line mostly being above the red line on the way up there, and then from here, the 27th of April, or 26th of April actually, that would have been a good time to, as you can see, if you'd noted the 100 MA went below the 200 MA, would have been a good time to possibly exit any long trades there. But then you would have been a bit concerned as it would have went against you. Yeah, so even though the 100 MA is under the 200, it was going up there for a while, which the market, yeah, sometimes is very confusing. But depends on, you got to hold to your guns, they say. So yeah, you got to hold to your beliefs, stick to a plan. So if your plan is don't buy if the 100 MA is below the 200 MA, don't buy. So yeah, I wouldn't have bought these ones here in this area here. Possibly stand out of the market for a while, which would have been, very much would test your patience. If you want to be in the market every day, what's that? Couple of weeks there, you'd have to stay out. So from the 26th of April through to 12th of May, it's like about 2.5 weeks almost. You'd be really anxious as to what to do. Yeah, but then when this move here happened on the 12th of May, and if you had taken a short here, if you'd taken a short when it crossed over, sure, you would have been losing for a couple of weeks there, but then here, yeah, you would have been very happy if you had shorted Bitcoin. But I personally, I don't think I've ever shorted Bitcoin. I don't short it because in the long term, Bitcoin's basically going up. So I don't short Bitcoin. So I just held on. I'm a hodler basically. I held on to Bitcoin through the drop. I still am, and I didn't actually have that much. I didn't actually hold much Bitcoin at the time, actually, up here. But I did put on more Bitcoin down here because I thought, it's really low, 50% correction, great time to get some more. So yeah, I have actually put on some more Bitcoin in this area here. As you can see, the yellow line there, 0.382 retracement level on the weekly chart that I drew before. And down here, the green, that line there was the 50% retracement level on the weekly. We could also draw another fib retracement on, I'll go back to weekly, delete that one. delete that. Go back to the 4-hour chart. Alright, so from this drop, whenever there's a big drop or a rise in price, you can draw the Fibonacci retracement line. So use the Fibonacci retracement tool, go back to the fork, wherever that is. Trying to find that again. A little bit tricky sometimes on Binance. I think it's because I was already on there, that's why I couldn't see it. So it's not a fork this time. Once you use it, it changes to what you're currently using. So it's that one there. That's the Fibonacci retracement tool. And so I'll start off from the top of it. I go from, say, you could do that point there or that point there. I'm going to go from that point there. It's kind of the top of this drop here if you draw a trend line down there. So just find the top there, and then put the bottom point in line with the I usually do it at the close of the bottom point, so it'll be lowest close on this 4-hour chart is around here. This one just there. So just move it across to be past this current point here. So as long as I get the close down about there, that should be about right. All right, so that's the that's how I would draw a Fibonacci retracement for the most recent moves. And let's see how the market has been playing on these lines here. All right, so this is on the 4-hour. So it went right down, then. Okay, so here's one point. So at this low level here, for the close, it bounced back, hit the 0.382 level here. And then back up. It's been hitting more on the 0.236 level, actually, the 23% level. So that's kind of a major. So hit it there, touched it there, playing it around there. Here as well, 23% level. Yeah, so that 23 has been playing fairly strongly in the chart here. So before we were looking, so around this level was on the weekly chart we had the 0.38 to the 50, but now we're looking at, so that in this case relates to the 0.23 on the 4-hourly chart on this current drop. So we've got the red line there is 0.23 retracement level, and this yellow one is the 0.38. So hit it once there. So this current uptrend most likely will hit this and do something around the 42,000 mark. The other main levels I look for is the 50% and the 0.618. That 0.618, the golden ratio, that is the most common retracement level. So it'll most likely get to around the, depends how you draw it as well. So I drew it from the very top there. Could have been from this point here as well. Yep, so if you draw from there, the 0.618 is going to be a little bit lower, around the 48,000 mark. And then if you take it from the very lowest point there, not from the close, just from the actual lowest point, it'll get more below the 48. The main point is it's most likely going to retrace to at least the 48,000 mark. So around the 48,000 to the 50,000 mark, around that area there. So give or take a few thousand around this 0.618 mark here. So yeah, between 48,000 and the 50,000 mark is most likely retracement level. If this is the bottom, it may not be the bottom. Okay, so it could very well just hit this 0.38 and then go even lower, which is not a scenario I hope, which is not a scenario I would like, but anything's possible, you know, in the crypto market. It could even just stop where it currently is and just drop another 20k, but that's also not very likely. Some people are saying it's going to 26,000. Some people say it might go to 20,000. In my opinion, this point here is the lowest point in the last, say, in the current period, in the last, say, within the, for the current month, I guess, month either side, this will probably be the lowest point. And I think, so from here, in my opinion, it's going to go up to at least, say, the 48,000. Say, most likely it'll get to the 50,000 mark, at least touch it, and then probably close around this 0.618 level, which is the around 49,000 mark. That's just a prediction, it's not financial advice. My thoughts on the current trends. Yeah, so current price is, if we look at it a bit closer, on the hourly charts, we have it, breaking up from, so this 100 MA broke up above the 200 MA just there, and it's boomed up. It was around 6 o'clock AM or even earlier, Australian time. What's it saying there? Well, that one was, that bar there, that long bar there, it was 6 AM Australian time today, which could have been, which is like, what is that? It's, it's like 4 PM London time, and 9 PM New York time, I think. So yeah, it's unusual. That's on a Sunday, so yeah, it could have been bots, it could have been anything. I don't know what caused that, but 6 AM Australian time, so even earlier for China, Hong Kong, that'd be like 4 AM. Japan's like 5 AM. Tokyo's, so yeah, yes, 6. So Japan's about an hour earlier than Australian time. So now we're almost 11 now. 11's actually quite an important time. It's 10:59. So that's actually when the so 11 o'clock Australian time is when some markets are opening. Like, what's that in the? I'll just check the time. So we have 11 AM Brisbane time, I'll say, in New York time. New York. All right, 9 PM. What am I saying AM for? Okay, PM. 9 PM Brisbane time in New York time is 9 AM. Yep, all right. So that is quite an important time. So that's the start of the day in New York. Yeah, so current point in time, 11 AM. So anything could happen. This is generally a time when there's a bit of a move in the market, 11 PM Australian time, or 9 AM New York time. Let's have a look. The markets have, well, in cryptocurrency though, the markets are open 24 hours, so it's not really as much of a an important time as it is for, say, stocks or forex. Or stocks, it's probably not open yet either. It's probably not until midnight Australian time that stocks really in the US stock market opens. But no, actually 11 o'clock is the time. 9 a.m. is generally the time, or around then. So we have not much happening at 9 a.m. in New York today. So yeah, I guess, well, a little bit of a budge there. Yeah, there's definitely something happening. Got daily highs anyway. The high for the day is, oh, here we go. There is something happening. So the New Yorkers, well, it's not just New York, quite a few cities in America are awake now and in their offices. Some are trading offices, so yeah, it's not just the individual traders now, it's the corporations that are having a look at the market. And who knows, there may be another company like Tesla that's gonna invest in Bitcoin. There's not that many. There's heard there's like 30, 40 companies, corporations that are investing on the, they have to publicly disclose what they hold. So around 32. I heard what, I think it was Michael Saylor. Who was saying that? Yeah, anyway, I can't exactly remember where I got the figure from, but not that many corporations have yet put Bitcoin on their company's portfolios, but holdings, it could happen anytime. So we are so close to the 40,000 mark. This is quite a significant level, 40,000, and hopefully it'll go above it today. Oh yeah, what did I say in my video I was going to look at? So I've done Fibonacci retracements. Okay, that's the thing with making these videos. You sometimes you can't really see the description unless you go back into the editing it. A bit hard to see. Stream settings, was it? No, I can't actually see the. It's a good thing they hide the key there. I don't think I'm going to be editing it while I'm doing the video, so no, I won't do that. Whoa, we have officially broken the 40,000 mark. Here we go. That was a nice move there. Okay, cool. Currently, I'll put this on the bigger screen. Alright, so I'll put it on the 1 hour chart. Actually 4 hour chart. Be easy to see it. Alright, so here on the 4 hour chart, Bitcoin versus the US dollar, Binance US dollar, we are currently pushing above 40,000 US dollars. It's been a while. Last time they tried that was back on the 26th of May. Okay, so hopefully we can do better than that time. So at that time, 26th of May, it pushed through, but then it broke down again. So I might just put a line there to indicate this 40,000 marks, make it a bit clearer. Put a line there. Go to the properties. So you have to. Here we go. Properties. Make it a aqua line. Make it a thicker line. Doesn't have to be that thick. Maybe that thick. And now aqua is probably not the best color because it's like matching the wool color. So I don't know. Get this earthy color. No, yellow. Yeah, and I will make it a bit thicker actually. There we go. So that's the mark, and also the settings of this. So go to the coordinates. So it's a little bit above that. So make the price on the left side 40,000. Price on the right side also 40,000. So it's a horizontal line. Okay. All right. So we're currently pushing through this 40,000 mark indicated by this yellow line there. And yeah, riveting. Actually, for me it is riveting, but yeah, it might not play out very quickly. This is a 4-hour chart, so every one of these bars is 4 hours. Look at the 15-minute chart. You can see it looks much more dramatic on the lower time frames. So yeah, the 40,000 mark is just about there. Still not used to these charting tools very much on this program. Try and delete that line. I think I'll just go on that one first. Put on the cross for movement, and then delete. Okay, there we go. All right, so it's looking good. Looking good. To adjust the properties of a line, there we go. So just click on, go on the cross for movements. Otherwise, you're going to be making a lot more lines. Then you go to the cog there and put in 40,000. What did I just do? Oh my gosh. 400,000, that's probably why. Here we go. Alright. So yeah, it's looking okay. So what's my strategy for the future? Well, what I've currently been doing is so I kind of switch between BUSD coin and Binance, Bitcoin. So I hold, for example, during this consolidation period here, or around this area here, I closed quite a few positions out previously and put them, like the farms, doing liquidity farming. I closed some positions out and just put them in BUSD. Okay, so just around, I guess it was more on the way down, and then in this period here, less farming, less liquidity farming. And today I actually, because I'm fairly confident, that this kind of movement is, so we had a false breakdown there, I call that like a spring. That's more of a spring position there. Goes down, up, it's like a spring. And well, yeah, my view of the market is this is soon going to break out. You can do it. A lot of people have been drawing triangles. Definitely there's triangular formations there as well. If you go to the bottom there, draw through here, ignore that spring there. Oops, there we go. Drawing some more of these again. Well, there's definitely that kind of triangular line you can draw there. But on the forgetting to do that. So go on the cross first and then move it around. So you can either put it on from the close of this one here, is probably a good point, and up through the close. Some of those closes there. This one starts from like the peak up here, or just somewhere there, like the first 0.382 retracement there, goes down through these peaks here. So as you can see, that was like a triangular formation there, and it yeah, it's right near the point of where these triangles, that's a common area for a break. Okay, so it could have broken down, but hopefully it's gonna stay like here. People could have thought I was definitely breaking down, but that was like a false break, a spring. Maybe you can call it a bear trap. And so yeah, it made its way back into this triangle. Looks like it could have broken down there again and then back up. So this is, in my opinion, hopefully a break up. And we'll see though. It might play out over a couple more days, or it could go up today. We'll soon see. As I was saying before, unfortunately, I'm not looking at chats or anything. I'm not sure if people are chatting with me. Sorry about that. I'm very new at these live streams. Just check on my phone. Hopefully the microphone's working and things like that as well. I'd be annoyed if it wasn't. So I'll just check on my phone. Sorry, it's not very professional, but make sure I'm actually doing a live stream. Channel, and let's see. Channel. Here we go. Yep, I can see myself on. Let's see. All right, so it is live, and I'll get a chat working in the near future. Here we go, top chat. There's no one there. Okay, here we go. So there's a chat. So here we go. I'll have to figure out how to get this one. Oh, pop-out chat, there we go. Click on the pop-out chat, and that's the one you can put on the chart. So you put there, and then pop-out chat. Okay, got it. So that's how they do it. So put this over here. Hopefully not in the way of the chart. So that's one way to do it. Okay. First live crypto stream. Thanks for watching. Yeah, as you can see on my channel, mainly it was for programming, JavaScript, basic JavaScript programs. A little bit about myself as we are watching this break up above this 40,000 mark. Okay, so I'm living here on the Gold Coast, Australia. I'm from Byron Bay, Ballina area, and Lynn's IT. Yeah, that channel started off basically because I used to study IT. I did IT at Sydney. I studied at Sydney University and Brisbane University of Queensland. University of Queensland is where I did the IT. Sydney was more of the teaching side of things, and so in University of Queensland, yeah, I studied a Bachelor of Science in IT. Started off with, you know, a bit of curiosity for things like AI, cognitive science, which is a mixture of linguistics AI and computer science, and that I started that in the first year, and then I was looking at all the news, the jobs, like who gets not many jobs available for at that time anyway. There weren't that many. I couldn't see many jobs available for AI, although it was really interesting. So I thought, oh, a lot of people doing IT at the time. So yeah, I focused on IT. I didn't really get into it though. As far as work, I did some help desk positions. After the degree, I actually I followed another pursuit of mine, another passion, which was teaching in Japan. So I wanted to experience more of life in Japan. So I taught English in Japan. I ended up doing that a number of times. Over almost 5 years in total, I was in Japan. So I can speak Japanese, and I had many good experiences. First time to go snowboarding over there. First time to eat a lot of delicious meals. First time to ride, super fast trains like the Shinkansen. But it wasn't the first time for a lot of things you might have guessed I experienced in Japan. Things such as my first first experience in a hot spring, first time to use chopsticks abroad, first time to use the Asian style toilets, the ones that are like flat on the ground, things like that. That was actually in Taiwan. The first time I was abroad was in Taiwan, and that was a eye opener as well. A lot of different things. That was the first time I drove on the right side of the road as well in Taiwan. It's a strange. I was driving with a lady's mother, and for some reason she was afraid of driving uphill or something like that, and so she pulled over, and I drove the car for the first time. I don't know if I probably had like an international license, but yeah, so I drove the car for them, and on the right side of the road. Of course, in Australia, we drive on the left side of the road here, so it was new for me there. Okay, so yeah, Taiwan was my first for a lot of Asian experiences. They have different style hot springs than they do in Japan. So in Taiwan, it's more like for couples. You have like little cubicles, and couples would go in these baths, which had a strong sulfur smell as well. It's more like the natural volcanic ones. In Japan, the onsens, they call them, the hot springs, they're more like for group baths, but it's separate the gender. So just one for male, one for female. And of course, the kids doesn't really matter. The kids can go with their parents, whichever one they want. But it's basically separate gender, and so yeah, you go in there with a little towel, cover your private spots with the towel, and yeah, you lie down. They're very relaxing. I enjoyed going to some of the onsens in Japan. I mean, bathing's not I'm not a big on bathing, but it was very relaxing. I preferred things such as some of the things I did regularly in Japan was language exchanges. I enjoyed studying the language. I enjoyed the internet cafes, the relaxed cafes. They had these cool internet cafes in Japan. These buffets of drinks and the very comfortable cubicles, and yeah, I even stayed a whole night there once. You pay like about 8,000 yen. It's like $80 or something, or depending on the exchange rate. But no, it wouldn't be that much. It was, yeah, maybe it was. $80 seems quite a lot when I think of it. It was in Tokyo. No, it wouldn't be $80. It's probably more like $40, I think. because you can stay in a business hotel in Tokyo for like 5,000 or 6,000 yen, which is $50 or $60, or one of those. So it was cheap, of course. Between $20 and $40, I'm pretty sure, to stay there. You can basically, they have these mats on the floor, like I've actually got one here, like a mat. It's quite comfortable to sleep. The only problem for me is that I'm 6'1". It's just a little bit tight, so I didn't get the best of rests. But it was probably like 6 foot or long, the cubicle. So you can sleep there. It's not recommended though. In Japan, the best places I stayed at was, the most common place is a guest house or just an apartment. Of course, it's fairly cheap to rent out an apartment. Most of the time I was staying there long term. Okay, so the price of Bitcoin is it's hovering above the 40,000 level. So he's hoping it will stay, but it's not above the previous move there on the 26th of April. It's around the same price as the close there on the 26th of April. So hopefully it's not like a bull trap. All these people buying in and then it just drops under it again. Yeah, so he's hoping it'll stay above the 40,000 this time. In my opinion, it'll probably drop under it for a little bit, but it will go above again. So probably it might go over like 16 hours, perhaps 8 to 16 hours. So over the next, probably 8 to 16 hours, it will either make a clear break above the 40,000 and hover around the next level, which is the 0.382 level there. So maybe it might get to that level, 42,315. Probably get to around that level and then possibly hover around there. Could even bounce between that level and the 40,000 mark. So as you can see, the 40,000 line there is kind of in between the 0.382 retracement level of this current drop and the 0.23. So it's kind of in between there. So as you know, the resistance becomes support and support becomes resistance. So in this case, this area here, which was resistance, 40,000 was resistance. If it can make a clear break above the 40,000, that will become support. So yeah, it might hit 0.382, go up a bit, maybe come down there, bounce off the 40,000 hopefully, and then make its way up again to the 0.5 level or the 0.618. So that's how I read it. That's how I project my possible project the market based on. Usually I use Fibonacci retracement levels and go off that. I don't open and close very often my trades, but what I might do is perhaps I might close some of my position when it gets towards this 0.618 level, which is, if I move this chart off, 0.618 level is the 48, as I was saying before, between the 48 and the 50,000 mark. So probably around this 49,000 mark, I'd probably close some of my positions, take some profit, which is often what causes these moves, because people are taking profit. It's kind of self-fulfilling, isn't it? So all the institutions, the big the people that watch these Fibonacci levels, they often do the same thing. So yeah, it's kind of self-fulfilling in a way. But even if there was no Fibonacci retracement tool, if people didn't know about it, in theory, it's like the natural lines, the golden ratio, things that occur It occurs in nature very often, this golden ratio, and supposedly that would happen whether people knew about it or not. It's like, yeah, it's very common. So yeah, just have a look into it. It's very interesting. It's used in art. It's used in, it's just naturally occurs in many places. This 0.618 ratio, this level. Okay, so when I say ratio, I mean, for example, you might think they have an arm. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe from the tip of your fingers to here might be 0.618 of your whole arm length, things like that. It just occurs in nature, and the number of times you look at a shell, like the number of times it curls around or something like that. It can be. It often does match these ratios. Okay, so that might do for this video. Just a quick look at the current market. It's quite an exciting level, this 40,000 level. So hopefully it stays above it. If it doesn't, no fear. It'll just probably hover around it, and maybe it could go down to the bottom of that channel we're looking at before again. Could go down to the 31,000, 32,000 mark. It's possible it could go down to the 26,000, 20,000 mark if the other downward trend continues. But as you know, I'm more bullish, so in my opinion, it will on this occasion stay above. So I've had 1, 2, 3 touches of this around the 32,000 level. 3 times it's broken past this 32,000 mark and bounced up. So this is hopefully third time lucky and will stay above the 40,000 mark. Yeah, so that's my view of the current Bitcoin market, Bitcoin versus the US dollar price action, and hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment and smash the like button. Yeah, I'm still haven't decided whether I'll make a separate channel if I do further big cryptocurrency videos, or just use the current one. I could even change the name, but yeah, because I focus most of my time now on cryptocurrency rather than programming. I don't know. I was doing a day job. I was doing a day job before, and I stopped that day job to do cryptocurrency. So I'm really getting into it. I'll probably make a video a bit about that decision in the future. But yeah, I'm doing it basically full time now. My main source of income in cryptocurrency would be liquidity farming and trading. So I don't like to use leverage. I learned a lot from Forex trading, not to use too much leverage. I learned the hard way. I did Forex trading from like 2008 through to 2000, well, even last year I did a bit. So I've been doing trading for quite a long time, and every year for Forex trading is like I wasn't making money, but I was losing less every year. So it wasn't a profitable venture, but it taught me a lot. So I can use that money. I can see that money as like a learning cost in my trading, and hopefully that will benefit me in the future. Yeah, alright, so thanks for watching, and hope to make some more cryptocurrency videos in the future. Hope you liked it. Bye for now.